Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to walk you through my code to how to solve a maze problem using client server. As you already know, client server where a client requests the server with an input and the server takes the request and processes it and returns the result back to the client. In this program, I'm taking input at the client side from a file, reading it and sending it to a server, where at the server end it processes it and finds a solution. If a solution exists, it sends the solution back to the client. And I'm writing the solution, the final path of the maze problem back to the file and saving it. So as you already know, all this server client basics, assuming that you know, whenever a client is requesting the server, it accepts the call. Whenever it accepts, I'm calling a socket handler thread to run my program. Here is my socket handler, where I'm calling a process input by taking the input into the receive buffer. This receive buffer consists of the array coming from the client. What does the receive buffer contain? Let's see that. In the client side, I'm opening a file maze.txt. This is a maze.txt and reading it into a buffer and sending it to the server, and I'm getting back a result, and everything I'm storing again into the appending into the maze.txt. It is a result I'm getting, and I'm closing it. That means finally I'm saving it. Let's see the structure of the file. The first line consists of the order of the matrix, a two-dimensional array. 4 comma 5 is the order of the matrix. The matrix consists of zeros and ones. The 0 indicates the path is not valid, and the 1 indicates the path is valid. And the next two lines are the source and destination indices. 1 comma 1 is the source destination. This is the source index, and 3 comma 2, this is a destination index. Here I'm finding out whether there is a valid path between the source and the destination. Let's see the logic which will be at the server side. Mm, Everything coming from the client is coming in the form of a string, and in the receive buffer I'm storing it and sending it as a parameter to the process input. In the process input, I'm constructing a maze with the zeros and ones, and I'm calling a recursive function so that checking that a path whether it exists or not from the source to the destination. And to store the path, I'm using an array called path, and here maze is my input array, and rows and columns are the parameters to indicate the number of rows and number of columns, and x1 y1 are the source indices, and x2 y2 are the destination indices, and path trace is the solution for the maze. And I'm calling here the maze problem. It's a recursive one, and where I'm using a function path exists, such checking that in each and every step whether the path exists or not, whether it's a safe path or not. The safe path function is here, where I'm checking the values are positive or not and less than the rows, and y1 is less than the columns, and is it already visited node or not, like that. And coming to the maze path recursive logic, if the source and destination indices are same, it indicates it's a base condition where the recursive call stops. There I'm storing the path into a path trace character array, and if it's a safe path, I will go to the uh, I will enter the if condition. In the if condition, first I'm assuming it as an visited, so I'm keeping one value in the path and checking the next index, that is adjacent one to the x1 y1, that is x1 comma y1 y1 plus 1 is valid or not. Then if it's not valid, it backtracks and come to the next condition x1 plus 1 comma y1. Even if that also fails, it goes to the next if condition x1 comma y1 minus 1. If that also fails, it goes to x1 minus 1 comma y1. This is a recursive logic where I'm checking the adjacent values of the x1 y1 such that retracing path from source to destination. Let's see the execution. I started the server side and next starting the client server. Here you can observe I send this the data, and this is the final output I'm getting from 1 comma 1 to 3 comma 2 destination. These are path traced. You can see the output. Again, it's writing in the file. I started from 1 comma 1 source address and ending it 3 comma 2. This is a path, valid path traced by the maze problem. It goes from 1 comma 1 to 2 comma 1 and then 2 comma 2 and then 2 comma 3 and then 2 comma 4 and then 3 comma 4 and then 3 comma 3 and then 3 comma 2. This is one of the possibility. It's not an optimized one, but it works fine. And this is pretty much everything. Thank you for watching.